another day in paradise. The weather was unbelievable. I don't know where the Chamber of Commerce was today, but that was as good as it gets as far as just weather and practicing on a beautiful field. And guys give an effort. Good start to the week on a Tuesday practice. All right, Virginia Tech. Justin Fuente has done a really outstanding job. Not just a good job, a great job of putting his team together, and got a great place to coach, and I'm sure he inherited some wonderful players, and he's done great with them and recruited well. Just the job they're doing there is outstanding. He's also an outstanding quarterback teacher. Josh Jackson, the quarterback, freshman, I think redshirt freshman, son of a coach. 17 TDs, only 4 picks as a freshman, over 2,000 yards already. It's a freshman record. You can't say enough about him. He's already become a very good runner for them as well. He's got the longest run from scrimmage for the team. Against ECU, he had 372 yards passing and 5 TDs, threw another 322 against Boston College. So just doing extremely well. Cam Phillips, his #1 target at wide receiver. He's had 216 career catches, another school record. Has, I think, caught passes in at least 35 straight games. Pretty impressive. 138 yards against West Virginia this year. Number 15, Savoy, freshman receiver. He's got 30 catches. He's got 16 rushes. He's a guy that's very versatile. They use him a good bit. Running back a little bit by committee, but I remember McMillan from a year ago had 131 yards against us. He's back, along with a couple others that they use. Their O-line's very experienced on the left side, right side not quite as experienced. Their punter, 17 out of 40 inside the 20. That's huge. To have to dig your way out of that behind one of the better defenses in America. He's kicked 9 over 50 yards. Oscar Brandon, I believe it is, or is it Bradborn? And he's doing a wonderful job for them as a punter. Defensively, everybody in college football knows who Bud Foster is, and they know Bud Foster is from Virginia Tech, and they know that they bring their lunch pail every time they play ball. They are #2 in America in scoring defense, which is the #1 stat of defensive football. They're #9 in total defense, and it all starts up front with them. It does in most great defenses. Settle and Walker, #4 and #8, respectively. Really big men. Settle's about 335 pounds, 24 tackles, 9 tackles for loss. Walker's got 30 tackles, 6.5 for a loss. When your interior linemen are making all the tackles, it's hard for your DBs to make a lot. You know, you get down to their DBs, they don't have a lot of tackles, at least at the cornerback positions, and it's mostly because their linemen and linebackers are getting them all. On the edge, they've got number 94, Hill, 3.5 sacks, number 99, Mahota. He's got, I think he had 2 sacks last year when they played us. Great edge rushers. You know, they'll have a great edge rush and try to push you up in the pocket to run into those big beasts they got inside there. Number 54, Matua Poaka. I think I got that right. Got 38 starts, 59 tackles, number 54, middle linebacker. And then Edmonds, number 49, tall, long, very athletic guy, 25 starts, 68 tackles this season. Very impressive. His brother, number 22, was the defensive back of the week last week, one of the better players. Faison at corner has been there a long time. Stroman, their corner, has as well. Stroman also has had 2 punt returns for touchdowns this season alone. So just there's a reason why they're one of the best teams in America, very highly ranked and undefeated in the Coastal Division. So be a great battle for us for sure. We're looking forward to our fans to be there, loud and proud. I think I announced the 6 o'clock cane walk and 8 o'clock kick, but the kick's more like 8:14, so our cane walk will go to 8:15, and the kickoff will be about 8:15. So we shoot for 2 hours prior to the game, and I know the cane walk will be there, loud and proud. I know that our students, our band, our fan base will be there in big numbers and do a great job for us when they have the ball especially. So with that, I'll open it up and let you all ask what you want.
Mark, obviously, your quarterback has done a lot of things well. Low interception total. Malik's completion percentage, is that a concern? Do you want it to be better?
Oh, you always want it to be better. It's not bad. When you consider the yards per completion is super high, we've thrown some balls that are not necessarily high percentage throws. We've obviously had some balls dropped, and we've had some balls, near misses. But overall, he's thrown very few balls up for grabs. Very few balls that, that he's put in harm's way, the term I use for him. Just don't put it in harm's way. We've had a couple. One he got hit as he was throwing. That was not good. And then one he got fooled on a coverage. That one, he threw right in the belly of their free safety after we had just gotten a turnover, which was a shame. But for the most part, done a really good job of protecting the ball. We struggled catching the snaps a little bit. I don't know why, but that's happened. We had a fumble when we're trying to end the game. Travis Homer fumbles it. Had time to secure it, and the guy punched it out. Did a great job. And we haven't had many fumbles. That might have been the first fumble by an offensive player where it was lost. We had one where we had an interception and got ripped out of our hands. But we've done a really good job of securing the ball, and that's part of the reason why we have the record that we have right now. Our turnover ratio has been great, and so we just got to keep that up.
Mark, how was Malik today?
He did good. He practiced. He threw the ball. He's a little sore, but he was able to rep the whole time. He didn't know, I think, for sure how much he would do when we started, as far as how his shoulder was going to feel, and it was a little tender early. But the more he threw, the more blood got pumped into that area, and he finished the day throwing all the drills.
Mark, as far as quarterbacks go, do the backups, how many reps do they
You get a lot.
all week? And
Yeah.
how do you think Evan handled it?
Yeah, Evan's doing very well. Sunday he took all the reps with the ones. Well, no, we had Nkosi take a few, but Evan got the most of them. We didn't have Malik throw on Sunday night, and just want to give his arm a little bit of rest. But Evan, he really understands what we're doing, why we're doing, how we're doing it. I mean, he could tell you exactly what's up in all situations, and he has enough experience in the system that where if something new pops up, it won't shock him. Nkosi and Cade both, they're still learning, getting comfortable with it, really trying to understand what's going on. Both of them, very talented guys, though. Really, pleased with their ability. They got to learn what to do, and they're getting there. They're definitely getting there.
Hey Mark, last year they created a lot of pass protection problems.
Yeah.
How much time did you spend? I guess.
Well, part of the problem is getting into the situations where they know you're going to throw the ball. And that game got to the point, especially at the end, where you're going to throw it, and they knew it, and they can tee off on their rush. It's just that's what defenses are looking for. They're looking to stop the run and get you in a position to throw on 3rd and long, all right? Or they're looking to get a big enough point differential that in the end of the game, you got to throw it because of time. And so when they get you in that position, they can really tee off, and they're good as it is, let alone to let them have that advantage of knowing that it's a free rush, and there's not much they can do about it. So we work on all of our stuff, but I think we're better pass protectors than a year ago as a unit. But I don't care who you're playing. If they know you're going to chunk it, it's tough to down after down after down protect well.
You said before you want the balance between the run and the pass. Obviously,
Yeah.
any offense wants to do both,
Yeah.
very well.
Right.
Seems like you're
Yeah.
becoming an offense that wins with chunk plays through the air. Is that okay with
Well,
you?
it depends on how the defense plays. I mean, if they play 2 deep zone, we better be able to run it. If they play a 1 high defense and everybody's locking down, your receivers and they have an extra defender in the box, it's tough to run the ball into that. You got to be able to win on the edges. You got to be able to make some big plays. You got to take some shots. And sometimes it's just how the defense decides they want to play you. And, you know, I've said it many times, balance to me is if they have more than you can block in the run game, you better be able to throw and catch good enough to get them out of that. And if they're doubling your receivers, you better be able to run it good enough to keep them from doubling your receivers, you know. So that's more of balance. And sometimes the defense you play dictates what we feel like we have to do to be successful.
Would you rather the offense just kind of establish what it does well rather than reacting to what the defense?
Well, I mean, if you're a great running team and they put 2 unblocked safeties in the box, I don't care how good you are. You're going to have safeties tackling you at the line of scrimmage. You know what I mean? So you better be able to throw, okay? And if they put, like I said, if they're doubling all those guys and it's a soft box as far as numbers, you better be able to run. So, you know, I don't think anybody in America, well, there's some teams in America that may just line up in 2 tights and a tight end and a fullback and a tailback and be able to hammer. You know, there's probably a few teams like that, but there aren't very many in America that can do that. And we're not in that position right now to do that.
Mark, because you haven't played a top 15 team yet, do you know in your mind how good this team is?
Our team or their team? We're good. I mean, we're a good team. Obviously, we've won a lot of games and we play hard and we do a lot of things that winning teams do. But you know, we certainly respect everybody we play and know that we got a great challenge this week and you know we'll battle. You know. And they will too.
Mark, the college football playoff rankings are coming out tonight for the first time, and obviously you guys will be in there. What do you think of the process? And
well, for us in particular, it really won't mean a whole lot to us what happens tonight. It might make somebody happy, you know, that we're ranked somewhere in that poll, but those polls, I mean, there's a better gauge today than 2 months ago where everybody should be. So I think there's definitely legitimacy to the poll, but it doesn't matter where we are right now. If we win, we'll go up. If we lose, we'll go down. That's all there is to it.
do you think that this is an age-old discussion,
Yeah.
but as far as margin of victory should have anything to do with what they look at?
Well, I don't think it really matters. I think if we win, we'll move up. We win by 1. If we win every game by 1, my guess is we'll be in the deal. So that's what I think. That's true of most every team in the Power 5, though.
Any sort of comment about Randy Shannon and his move?
Well, Randy Shannon is a great human being. I had a chance to spend time with him on it was not a USO tour, but it was a USO-like tour with a few head coaches around America. When Randy was the head coach at Miami, got to spend I don't know how many days with him visiting troops and all that kind of thing, and got to know him as a person. And he's really a great guy. And I remembered him as a player, as a coach, you know, outstanding coach and person. All right.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.